let's just
I mean, yeah, we do things and money is very important, but money is a result. It's not the root cause of anything.
Exactly.
I am Dr. Marnita, as my audience already knows, and I've been with P3 Purposepreneur now for almost a year. And so it's a year, and we have been interviewing business owners who knows all about purpose and aligning their business in such a way that they help others in an impactful way, where they have total influence, where they are attracting people to them because they're solving a problem. In addition to that, they're making an income stream for themselves. So what I like to say about purposepreneurs are pattern makers, and pattern makers are move makers. And when I even say that, I think about Lon. Lon, audience, this is Lon, and I've been knowing him for, what would you say, Lon? Almost like 4 or 5 years now?
4 or 5 years, yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah, before COVID, a couple years before COVID, probably. A
few years before COVID, correct?
Yeah, those COVID years, nobody really counts them anymore, but you know, they did happen.
Like everything is post-COVID, right?
Absolutely.
So, let's first of all tell me, like you've had several businesses since I've known you. And so tell us about what gave you that whole entrepreneurial itch?
So for me, I found out when I was 40 years old, it probably started with ADHD, but I didn't know that, right? You don't know what you don't know. But I've always been a proponent for somebody who believes that you actually get what you want. It's not, it's think about it, Marnita, if you want to watch an episode of a TV show, nothing's gonna stop you from watching that episode of that TV show. So if a kid wants to get straight A's in school and they're getting B's and C's, we can't say that, oh, they want A's. We can't say that. We have to look at the true benefactor of the scenario, which would be the lack of want, right? So if they truly want to, they would put the video games down for 30 minutes or an hour, whatever it would take, and they would focus on whatever thing it is and do whatever steps it takes to be able to get where they need to go, and they can get straight A's, right? All glory to God. I mean, I say this not to, I'm going to share this quick introduction of myself. So I've been married 21 years, right? I have a 20-year-old son and a 15-year-old daughter. My son graduated high school with his associate's degree as salutatorian of Tampa Bay Tech High School. And my daughter is currently holding down the #1 spot in tech in 10th grade and doing HCC as well. So my son's finishing USF. He's in his senior year right now. And I don't say this to impress anyone, but when we talk about anything you do in life, it has to be adding value. So if I'm going to tell anybody, I want to impress upon you that anybody can do it. Any kid, any adult, anybody who wants it, if they change their want to, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there, then they'll be successful. But if they just say something like, oh, I'm going to give it my best, I'll try. We can't look at that as being a serious motivation, right? Their why isn't big enough, apparently. So the way I look at business is a way to find a problem and get a solution for it, right? So if we see a problem in like you yourself, you realize that young entrepreneurs don't have a direction, right? They don't have any direction. They have a bunch of people telling them a bunch of stuff, but they don't have real direction. So what you're bringing to the table is value. You're helping these individuals learn that they are more than just some future endeavor, right? They have a place in society. They have a place with people, helping people and pushing them towards young entrepreneurialism and business ownership is definitely a great thing to do. I respect you a lot for that specifically.
Thank you so much. I have this saying, Lon, and I came up with this saying. I think it's so important for young entrepreneurs. And this saying is like, when you search out the I am possible, and you attack your impossible, you have no competition. So even when I say that right now, I've thought of everything that you've shared with me, but can you share with our audience today, what was the biggest challenge? Because I see you as this most impactful entrepreneur, always solving problems for people. What was the most challenging thing that you had to overcome, especially when it comes to mindset, that allowed you to move forward and believe in the solution that you had for other people?
Yeah, that's an absolutely amazing question. You said it right at the end there. You said mindset, right? So everything we do in life is 90% mindset, 10% skill set. We can learn how to do whatever we want, but if we don't have the mindset, we're not going to be able to maintain or scale it. Like, you can give somebody right now, you can give somebody $1 million. They better become a millionaire quick, or that $1 million is going to be gone by next year. We've all seen it, right? So many people win the lottery or something and they're broke the next year. They don't have the mindset that it takes. See, for me, the precipice was, I was raised humble beginnings like a lot of others, right? On the other side of the tracks, if you will. And I had some bad scenarios upbringing wise. I say, when I realized that I was forgiven and that I was actually, not that I deserved anything, but it wasn't that I didn't deserve anything anymore, right? I never thought that, because you can never outgood your bad, right? Nobody can. But if we realize that we are forgiven and we don't have to hold that grudge against ourselves to say, oh, I don't deserve this. This can't happen to me. That mindset, once that disappears and you truly believe that you are where you're supposed to be, you are unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable.
That's amazing. So can you tell us right now, I have another question, but I want to get to the meat of the conversation. Can you share with us right now what it is you're doing? Because I know when you briefly shared it with me over a text, but I want to know. So when you share it right now, this is going to be my first immersion into the conversation of what it is that you're doing right now.
So what we did is, I believe the same way real estate moguls do, the same way mortgage companies, everybody uses this affiliate referral structure to be able to benefit passively. You want passive income, right? Because if compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world, then residual income needs to be the 9th, right? Because it has to, we got residual bills. We need to get some residual income. So what we did is we realized the model is amazing, right? The network marketing model, the affiliate marketing model is amazing. So we took the good stuff and we kept it and we got rid of the bad stuff. What that means is, like, it doesn't cost anything ever to be a part of the referral hub that we have. And you get paid residually, and you can get paid down tiers based on the amount of efforts that you do. So what we did is we took a problem, a massive problem, and COVID actually made it a bigger awareness to this problem. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, they charge restaurants 30% on average for each order, right? That's a lot of money. $30 on 100. It's a lot of money to charge a restaurant just for every order too, not just the first order that they get from a customer, but we're talking about every single time that customer returns. That's a problem. So these business owners, these entrepreneurs that set out, think about it, Marnita, if you take a liking to cooking, right? And everybody in your family says, you're the best cook I've ever had. These are the most amazing, X on the plate that you've ever eaten. And they boost you up so much that you believe in yourself enough to where you either go get a small business loan or you have your life savings and you go open a brick and mortar, right? So you open a brick and mortar restaurant and you're operating at a really low margin because food is crazy and, that's just how it is, but you're making a living. And then some delivery service comes along and is like, look, we can help you stay afloat. but we're going to keep you just under the water to where you need us. Right? And or you're shutting your doors. And I've seen multiple restaurants get shut down just because they couldn't afford delivery service. Because nobody's going to, at that time, nobody was going to restaurants. People are starting to a little more, but not even a lot yet. Right? So most people still want to order delivery, but they don't want to pay a lot. So the restaurants were getting charged 30% and still are, mind you. So what we did is we built a system to where we can have, it's a similar like delivery service, but we charge restaurants $2 flat per order, $2 an order. Yeah, they average probably $10+ per order. We charge $2 per order. Then we give $1.20 of it away to the field, to everybody who referred it in succession in a tiered force, right? So then drivers, right? So what are the drivers? What is the problem? See, I was in, I'm not going to share the young lady's name, but I was in with this restaurant owner and an order came through and she did the order. It was up in 10 minutes. She had a cook, did it. And it was great, hot food in the window. And 40 minutes later, somebody from a delivery service came, picked it up and left with it. 40 minutes later, your food is dead in the window. You know, I worked as a cook when I was younger. Great job. I loved it. Very, very high, intense job. But your food's dead in the window after 5 minutes. You know, and that 40 minutes later. So who takes the blunt of that? When that person gets that food, are they going to be complaining to the delivery service? No, they're going to complain to the restaurant. Like the restaurant did it wrong. And then they're going to leave some type of bad review. And then they're going to have the restaurant pay for it again. So the restaurant's really getting the worst end of this deal, right? And I'm a root cause failure analysis individual, right? So the root cause is the restaurants are paying too much, right? And drivers themselves, they wait and it's called sniping. They say, I don't want this order, I don't want this order, I don't want this order. Until 20, 30 minutes goes by, then the other companies reach out and say, look, we'll give you $2 extra right now if you go pick up that food. If you got a nickel and dime to be able to get somebody to go get food, they're not getting paid enough. So what we do is we actually charge the restaurants less, we pay the drivers more, and we charge the customers way less. So everything a customer pays, almost all of it, minus about 50 cents, goes to the driver, period. And that's how we make sure that's how we make sure our drivers get paid more. They get an actual guaranteed 10% tip at least. And we start them at 20. If they want to stay at 20, they can go higher or lower. They can even tip, the customers can even tip the restaurant because they're handling the food, right? We have it set up on blockchain, which is the internet of the future, as you know. And that's where we're set. We're already on blockchain, the whole delivery system. It's called Snap, right? Snap your fingers and it's delivered. So that's our in-house main referral hub. And then for the customers, they have to pay driver tip and gas. That's pretty much that. And they can pay $10 a month if they want to get unlimited deliveries, no service fee, just pay driver tip and gas. And that's it. So we have it set up to where it's a disruptor.
That sounds so good because you are so right. The price point for the restaurant is really hurting the foundation of the purpose of the restaurant to get the food.
Our communities are hurting because of it. Yes.
So based on your model, your business model, who is this a good fit for? Who should be reaching out to you today in order to take advantage of the value you're adding to resolve this problem for the restaurants?
Yeah, so anybody who orders food, right? Because the first 30 days that they have the app, the service fee is waived. So they just pay driver tip and gas. We give the first 30 days for free. So anybody who orders food, I'm not going to give I'll give you a free link and then you give them your free link. Why not benefit from it as an affiliate, right? It costs nothing. But what we did is we were like, okay, let's add value to our restaurant partners. And I know you know who Rob Gronkowski is, the football player, correct?
Yes.
So yeah, he's the face of a TV business called Vidgo. It costs way less than cable. And they wanted us to distribute it for them as well. And they pay commission. So every time somebody pays their cable bill, you can then get paid a residual income, and it costs less. So, and I don't know if you realize this, but in a pool hall or some type of restaurant, each TV, they might be paying $100 to $300 per TV per month for cable, if they have the sports package. Vidgo gives three TVs for $80 flat. And they get all the sports channels, including a lot of sports channels, a lot of sports. It's basically for pool halls and restaurants and things of that nature. I use it at home. I use it at my shop. I have a brick and mortar as well. And it's great. I use it on my phone. It's really cool. And we have it set up to where it's a synergy. So you could be watching, we can set up a little room called a meet, like a hang. It's like a hangout. You could be watching a TV show in my same room, and we can have somebody else in another state watching it. We can text and it'll come up on their screen, right? As you're watching TV with each other, you can actually communicate with each other. So there's a lot of cool, and you'll be able to order food directly from within the TV app. So it brings everything together as a collective. And that's just two of the things we do. We have more that adds value.
So let me ask you this, Lon. How does someone get connected into that system?
So basically you just send them a referral link. They become a free customer and they get all their own referral links. They get their own free back office for them to be able to track referrals and, see who they're referring and see how many orders are going through, just so they can follow up on their income. And if they want to spread it to other people, they're allowed to do so as well.
So the person who, if I'm understanding this correctly, the person who uses your link, they get affiliate compensation as well?
Correct. So it never costs anything to start up, right? So you don't get paid from bringing another person on board. You only get paid from an order going through or from somebody, a service being paid for, basically. And if you were the one who referred it, you get paid.
So it's advantageous if we're going to post a link in the description of this communication, of this YouTube viewing. We're going to post a link in the comment section. We're going to post a link in the description section. So all they have to do is take this link, refer it to people that they know, especially, there's a lot of busy people out here that just want to order.
A lot of people order food. A lot of people order
and just have it delivered to their door. So you have this service where it's just their food is literally just a click away. And the more they share this link, they don't have to pay to use this link. Nope. So all they have to do is refer it to people that they know that are like them, who wants to order food and not leave the comfort of their home and have the food delivered to their house. And every time that order goes through and is paid for, they get an affiliate commission on that. So it's perpetual. It's perpetual. Actually, it sounds like, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds like it's a really good opportunity to create some passive income on the back end while you're helping someone out on the front end.
100%. I mean, if you want to hear some numbers, they're staggering. So let's say if you knew, I don't know, somebody wanted to take it serious and go and they refer 10 restaurants that use Snap Delivered, our Snap partner. If they use Snap Delivered, 10 restaurants, let's say they do 35 orders a day. That's $50,000 on the side a year. It's not a whole bunch, but scale it, right? What if those 10 restaurants that do, what if they go to 70 orders a day? You're at 100. Or what if you got 20 restaurants that do 35 orders a day? Again, 100, right? So there's a lot of income that because we don't pay for the message. We pay the messenger. We believe in the belly to belly, American grit to be able to go out and get it and earn what you receive, right? And that to me, I believe in, you get what you put in, you get out what you put in, right? A workman is due his wages, what the scripture would say. Yeah.
First, you have to give the service first. You give the service, everything costs you something. So even passive income It's gonna
Yeah.
cost you
No,
something.
absolutely.
So
So we have
it's not like
another-
it's you don't do anything for it. You're sharing value with people that you love, people that you know, freeing them up with time,
Mhm.
positioning them where they can get some like financial financial benefit,
Mhm.
and then you
get
position
paid for it. Yeah.
and they didn't even pay for it.
Nope.
So they're making money, you're saving them money, and more importantly, you're giving them some time back.
That's if I was at my shop in my business, I have an American flag on the wall, and I have a clock that's like a transparent clock. That's exactly it. Never do anything for money. I might sound driven by, I'm not driven by money. If it doesn't have a big goal to be able to help people, I can't get on board with it. You couldn't pay me $1 million.
Money is always the outcome. Money is always the result. It's never, we do things and money is very important, but money is a result. It's not the root cause of anything.
Exactly. It's not, you can't do anything. It won't give you enough drive. I just texted you the link so you can get your own link. So that way, if you want to put it in there, you can do that.
Oh, absolutely.
So time freedom, guys, if you're going to do anything for anything, guys and gals, sorry, time freedom is what you want to do it for. Never do anything for money, because money, you can get money in doing anything, right? There's so many different things you can do online, whatever you want to do. But if you can't open up your future, then you're going to be stuck in the 40 rat race for the rest of your life. We want to get out early, as early as possible. You know, you're rich when you're satisfied with what you have. Okay, but you're wealthy when you don't have to worry about it. You know, like,
I like that.
You know, I mean, you can do whatever you want, right? Yeah. All glory to God. This is why I'm going to be able to, retire in my 40s, right? Like I can step away from everything if I want to. And we're already in over 50 cities in America. Like, if you know anybody across the nation, guys, you can let them know. You can put it on your Facebook or your Twitter or your TikTok, whatever you use, your social media platform, and just say, hey, a new way to order food is going to cost less, refer and earn. And then they're like,
refer and earn.
Yeah, refer and earn, cost less is a big deal.
Yeah, refer,
Absolutely.
earn, and eat. Yeah,
absolutely.
Refer, earn, and eat. Yeah, I love it. Refer, earn, and eat.
I like it. So we did one more thing I want to share with you. This is very powerful. So we partnered with, all right, so if you're a business owner that has a viable product, and we can make sure that it's legit, we can vet you, and we can, you're fully doxed and everything, we might bring you on as a Snap partner, right? So if we do so, there's, you got to be able to support the field residually. If you have a product, and it's a service or a product or whatever, you have to be able to give enough income to be able to keep the field happy. So what we did, we're all about helping our business partners, our business owners, and local communities and stuff like that. And I got a big, huge homeless initiative. This fuels my homeless initiative, right? So that helps out a lot, right? I can share with you that or another time or whatever. The Water Ambassador Program, keep your ears open for that one. It's going to help a lot of homeless people across the nation.
Oh, wow.
We partnered with the largest specialized tax credit accounting firm in the nation, Jones and Associates. Okay. What that means is, all right, so have you heard of the ERC or the ERTC before?
No.
Okay. So let's say you owned a business, a restaurant or a pool hall, whatever, or a Hardee's. It doesn't matter. Hardee's, that's a restaurant. Ace Hardware. Doesn't matter. Any business. Okay. Exactly. Anything under 500 employees, W-2, up to 500 employees. If you kept your employees employed and paid during the pandemic, now the Treasury is actually holding up to $26,000 per employee for the business owner. Oh, wow. No strings attached if they qualify. And it's not even hard to qualify. But CPAs, I learned about that. I like getting into everything I learned. So I went and got certified in everything just so I can have the information. And CPAs are telling the business owners that they don't qualify because they made more money. That's not the case. That's only one of 3 tests they can take. If they had 10%, more than 10% effect on at least 10% of their business, they can qualify. And once they qualify, all wages are in. So what Jorns does, they average over $20,000 per employee for the business. That doesn't seem like a lot to you because you don't know the platform, but the next best that I've seen is 14. I've heard somebody say 17 before, but I've never seen it on paper. I've seen 14, I've seen 13. I've even seen a company extremely excited about averaging $5,000 per employee and putting it all over their advertising platform. We average over 20, close to 21,000. So what does that mean? Remember I told you, if you have a good enough thing that'll help the community, it'll help somebody, what does that mean for the people who refer it? Mm-hmm. Check this out. This was what blew my mind. If you yourself knew a business owner that let's say they had, I don't know, an average business, the average that we work with is 27 employees. They got to have at least 10, but let's just say 27 employees. Mm-hmm. And they get the average income of $21,000 per employee. That business would get $567,000 free and clear as checks, as a fully refundable tax credit, just a check from the IRS that says it's yours, no strings attached. It's just for the owner keeping you, instead of sending you to get home to get unemployment and get that $600 a week or whatever it was. So instead of that, now they're paying you back, and it's out of the CARES Act. It's on irs.gov. Right. Okay. This is part of the CARES Act. There's $1 trillion sitting in there waiting. It's just ready for business owners. Now, what does that mean? Exactly. Now, what does that mean for you? The company pays 4% of the gross to whoever refers the company. So Jorns will pay you 4% of the gross of that company. So in this example, we said 27 employees made 567. That means you're getting $21,000 as a referral finder's fee, basically. That's massive. It equals out about $840 per W-2 employee, and you help them get almost 20 grand per employee, and you just get 4% just to help out, because these people don't even know. They don't even know what they got, what they're capable of having, right? It's on irs.gov, but who goes and looks? The IRS isn't going to call you and say, hey, we got some money sitting here waiting for you. They're not going to do that.
No, they're not.
They're not going to do that. No, so we actually partnered, and they've already gotten over $5 billion back for businesses. They're, like I told you, they're massive. Over 400 in-house employees, CPAs, IRS enrolled agents, certified Excel document, spreadsheet, all these different qualification teams. They do internal audits, and they guarantee that it's anybody can get the money. You can file for the money and get it. But when that audit comes through, are you going to keep it? So they give 5 years full audit support, $1 million of insurance per client. So, I mean, there's a lot of value to that. And these business owners are benefiting highly from this. And then anybody who knows a business owner, all they have to do is give them your link that's in your back office. It's ERC link. Give it to them. They sign up right there. The company takes care of them, and you get paid. Like, it's massive.
Amazing.
It's massive.
So, Lon, can you tell our audience, you've just gave us like a lot of like impact here, right? So can you tell our audience how to get in touch with you? And I will put that in the description and the link also. Like, how do they reach out to you? Because you just sent me the link. You just take, so I'm gonna share it on my social media. Of course, I want
you to sign that, become a free customer yourself. You don't have to put card in. Yeah, there's no credit card information, nothing. It's just make a username and password.
Oh, but definitely. I'm on it tonight. I'm on it tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And so when I do that, huh?
I want to give them your link.
My link. Okay, correct. So when I sign up for it, and then I send you my link.
Yeah, you can put it in your chat. You just put your link in whatever.
Oh, put my link in my chat. I get you. Y'all hear that?
I want you to benefit from the platform.
He is hooking a sister up.
Absolutely.
Okay,
if you help enough people get what you want, you have no choice.
Yeah, put my link in my chat once I sign up, and then
absolutely.
Look, people, you click on the link, because when you click on my link, you're helping to save a restaurant possibly from going out of business, for one.
I've seen multiple. It sucks.
you are adding more time to your life where you can spend that time doing what matters more to you, aside from going out to pick up your food. You're getting your food in a respectable amount of time, and you helping other people create passive income for themselves in addition to yourselves, which gives you freedom, it gives you finance, and it gives you a purpose to move forward in helping other people move and align with what matters to them most.
And for me, it's helping people.
And
that's what I gotta do.
It's helping people. It's helping people.
Yeah.
This has been so good. And so the one thing I want to end on, because I have been a very voracious reader. And like, I'm reading 2 books right now. I just finished a book last week, which is called, it's like one of the old sage books. It's called The Secret of the Ages. And it's all about mindset. And it's so good. And I've read plenty of books about mindset, but right now that's my favorite. And I'm also reading this one book called Extreme Ownership.
I read that. U.S. Navy SEALs, Jocko and them.
Yeah, U.S. Navy. Yes, it is
amazing
so
book.
good. And so right now, those are my 2 favorites. And I read a lot. Can you share with our audience? Because I think reading is really important. I have not
reading is fundamental.
Been a reader. Can you share with our audience what is one of your favorite books?
So leaders are readers, right? So basically, I just finished today, actually, The Virgin Way by Richard Branson. It's just a way to, it's all mindset. It's mindset based on how your actual company should be ran and the dynamic you have within it. And I just picked up leaders. Well, I just started. I listen to audiobooks. I ride around a lot. I press play in the Bible in the morning. I let the Bible read to me all morning. And the books that I jump on, this one is Leaders Eat Last. Let me see, if somebody, the most impactful book that I can suggest for somebody, if they're a manager in a company, I would say The Goal by Eliyahu Goldratt. If they're like a new supervisor or manager in a company or something, and they want to get a full perspective of what their potential is. Again, that's mindset as well, but that's also practical. As a mentee, I would say, if you have a foundation, see, I'm very faith forward, right? I'm a Jesus freak Christian. That's what I get down with, right? And I wouldn't give this. Yeah, praise God. So I wouldn't give this. I own a Christian barbershop as well, so I wouldn't give this to everybody, because somebody could take it and look and just go the wrong way with it. But Think and Grow Rich, once you know, by Napoleon Hill, once you know that your mind, or that Jesus created it all, and that he is the source of it, you know how it says multiple times in scripture, in Corinthians says it, in John, obviously one. Once we know that, then we can look at who, and he might not realize who we know. We know our Father, right? So he knew it as, the ultimate, I forget exactly what he called it, but like the biggest thing, not really universe. He wasn't that far, but more so infinite intelligence is what he called it. He called God infinite intelligence. And if we realize who that is, now we can take these fundamentals and we can move. And then I would say, watch The Secret. The Secret itself is going to take your mind, and once you believe that in yourself, once you believe you can do it, right? And then after that, just want.
I think what people often miss is, and we have to grow into, because oftentimes we were never taught that our thoughts are things.
Yes,
it all starts with a desire, and that desire comes from our heart, and our heart is the essence of infinite intelligence, because we all were made in God's image. And so once we have that desire turns into a thought, and that thought then turns into words, and those words turns into actions. Those actions inevitably will become habits, and it's our habits that gives us our character, and our character will eventually lead to our destiny. So it's this cycle that can continue to
I love that roadmap.
reproduce itself over and over and over again if you just believe that what's in you is more valuable than what's outside of you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that it's backed up in scripture. I mean, it's faith. That's all you got to have initially is faith. Once you have faith, then you can move a mountain. It tells you, if you have this faith the size of a mustard seed, you can tell a mountain to pick itself up and cast itself into a sea. But we doubt too much as humans. We doubt too much. That's because it's nature. It's our fault, right?
Yeah, doubt is the assassination of our destination.
Yeah, that is the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Doubt sucks, man. It really hurts a lot of people. A lot of people have a lot of potential. And if I have to say anything, I would have to say, look, you can do it. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Absolutely. Like, I don't doubt that at all. I believe beyond a shadow of a doubt. If you want to do it, you can do it, period. But you got to want it. You got to want it enough.
Exactly.
You got to want enough to say, I'm going to do what it takes. So you got to be willing to do the things that other people won't do in order to get the things that other people won't get.
Right. So one of my mentors shares with me that income will always follow assets, but we have to create the assets. And in order to have the assets, it's like the mindset plus your skill set plus a tool set will equal your asset. And if you can create the asset, you create the asset once, like you just did with this delivery opportunity. And then what will happen?
Partners.
And then what happens? The income will follow that asset. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. If you help, man, I'll keep going back to it. If you help enough people get what they want, you have no choice but to get what you want. So just stop thinking about yourself and focus on others.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of people this day and age especially say, oh, we can't, this isn't, if I'm not benefiting from it, I'm not going to do it. And that sucks, man. Like, you shouldn't think like that. It's people who want to go and get the 8 hours and then leave that are going to continue to do that. When you ask 90% of people why they go to work, they say, I don't know.
I know, right?
They don't know. Like, they're just doing it because it's a common thing to do. Everybody else is doing it.
That's what you were trained to do. Exactly.
Exactly. If you see people going one way,
I just want to tell you, you are the man. I have admired you since the first time we said, I don't know if it was a Starbucks, but it was at some coffee shop. And we sat there for hours and I have admired you ever since. And you always keep
glory to God, you too, you and me. That's why I continue to reach out to you. Send you some type of love from time to time.
Absolutely. And so thank you so much for showing up today and sharing with our audience, what you have to offer, how you're solving problems out here in the world, and how you're really adding value to other people's lives. You really are a purposepreneur. And like I said at the beginning, purposepreneurs are pattern makers, and pattern makers are move makers. And you're making moves all the time for the better. So with that said, thank you again. And I am going to put my link, and so people can follow. And so we're going to grow this thing, and so we can impact lives and have that makes their lives have value.
Absolutely. Time freedom. That flag on the wall with the clock. Time freedom. That's all it is.
Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.